Okay, so this is the science applied in Magnetude Jewelry and how it positively affects our health with our electronic environment. So let's go here. What are EMFs? Electromagnetic fields. EMFs are frequencies or fields that are around us everywhere. You can't taste it, touch, smell it. Okay, they have an electric and a magnetic component, which is really important for you to understand. So why is this important to us? Why does it affect us? Because our bodies are electric. Our heart, our brain, our nervous system, our muscles, the mitochondria, our cell membranes, even our atoms and electrons use electrical currents to function, making them very vulnerable to the negative side effects of electrical magnetic fields. Okay, so EMFs affect our calcium channels and our mitochondria in particular. And so let me just show you here. EMFs affect our calcium. The calcium channels have a gate where they open and close to go into the cells. They allow calcium channels, they allow calcium in, they allow excrement from the cells out to get rid of the junk that's in the cells. So this is how we work at a cellular level. And the EMFs affect that calcium channel timing. What's happening is the calcium channels are staying open longer because the electromagnetic fields are affecting them. That is extremely dangerous to us, because what happens with excessive calcium in our cells is it can break a DNA. Okay? It can cause cancer. It can cause a breakdown of the blood-brain barrier. It can cause male and female infertility. It can cause psychiatric symptoms, oxidative stress, which leads to inflammatory conditions. And most everything, all of our diseases have some sort of inflammatory part of it. Heart irregularities, hormonal disruption. So the calcium channels are being affected. That's one of the latest research that that they're showing. So EMFs are emitted from cell phones and Wi-Fi and routers and smart meters and satellites and laptops and microwaves. Okay, we are living in a sea of EMFs. It's invisible, odorless, tasteless. It exists everywhere, and it bombards our body 24/7. People kind of know where radio waves are. If I ask you where the radio waves, you kind of say everywhere, right? You turn on your car, turn on the radio, and there they are. Well, now that's what's happening with electromagnetic fields. They are everywhere. We have about 20,000 satellites right now pointing at Earth, pointing these radio waves at Earth, their microwave radiation. Our Wi-Fi is everywhere, routers are everywhere. So we are in a sea of EMFs, and there is really not a lot that we can do other than distance. Distance is your friend with EMFs, but you can't get away from it. Okay, so they're harmful to our bodies, as we've talked about. And some of the symptoms that you can have are headaches and insomnia and brain fog, chronic fatigues and low energy and depression even. And so if you went to your doctor and you had some of these symptoms, they probably wouldn't think, wow, you've got ringing in your ears and you're tired and you have headaches and you got brain fog. You must be talking on your phone too much. It's just not going to happen. So it's important that you educate your family and friends to the symptoms that are going on and what can be done. So we're going to talk about that, what can be done. Now, here's where the science comes in. There are a couple laws of physics called Faraday's law of physics. And Faraday's, it generally states that increasing the magnetic field increases the electrical field. They are tied together. Okay, that's one thing to just kind of put in the back of your head. The other thing is Ampere's law of physics, which is a magnetic field exerts a force on an electric current. So you have magnetic and electric being tied together, and magnets affecting electrical current. That's the kind of the basis behind this. So magnetic fields and electric fields are combined and they're interrelated. You can't separate them. So if you introduce a strong magnet into an energy field, it increases that electric field. And this is why a lot of mechanical equipment use magnets in their movements. Okay, it's used a lot, using these laws of physics to do other things. Well, I'm using this law of physics to help overcome what these EMFs are doing to us at a biological level. EMFs pull energy away at that cellular level, the cell membranes, the mitochondria. The mitochondria is what gives your body energy, gives the cells energy to do everything they're supposed to do to function. Disrupting the calcium channels. We just mentioned that. Now, when we put our strong 4,000 Gauss magnet in our energy field, this also increases our electric field. So this is why we say our jewelry helps to counteract the negative effects of EMFs. We're replacing energy to our cells that the EMFs are taking away. So magnetic therapy has been around for centuries. It involves applying a rare earth neodymium magnet, not a normal, these are not normal magnets, these are special biomagnets, and putting it around your body to relieve pain and speed up healing. That's when it's been used for a while. I used it in my clinic for years. So magnetic fields have been shown to affect cell permeability. We just talked about that, and improve oxygen delivery to the cells. So oxygen is what your cells also need to function. And magnets have been proven to do that, to provide that, which can lead to better absorption of your nutrients in general, improved circulation. That's one of the big things with these magnets, and clearance of cellular waste products. Okay, we were just talking about cellular waste, calcium channels, having to open and close and get rid of cellular waste. Well, these magnets actually help with that. Okay, rare earth magnets also reduce inflammation, which is almost the crux of almost every disease out there, and then pain, and promote healing. So they're university studies, again, not my opinion. University studies have proved the effectiveness of magnet therapy on headaches and arthritis and musculoskeletal disorders and gout and polio. The World Health Organization reports there's no adverse effects from these magnets. That's the cool thing, is that even if you take a medication, every medication has a side effect. There are no side effects, negative side effects from these neodymium magnets. The only thing that we say is that it's a contraindications for people wearing pacemakers and defibrillators, because those are controlled by magnets and we don't want to change the way those function. So I've also listed here some of the studies where this is being pulled from that you can go back and look at later. Okay, so neodymium magnets and blood flow and decreased pain. A natural remedy, symptom relief with no side effects. That's like a win with no ability to lose. That's an amazing thing. And these magnets that have been documented to help with protecting EMFs, osteoarthritis, neck pain, low back pain, knee pain, sleeping disturbances. That's one of the first things that we hear when people start to wear our jewelry, is that they sleep better, because you're getting better REM sleep. You're being bombarded all the time. Your body gets a chance to heal and rest at night. That's what it's supposed to do. So we have some special things that you can actually sleep in, but that is something that I would say is our number one thing that people say is they sleep better. Greater flexibility, recovery times, actually overcoming depression, better rest, improved circulation. That's one of the big things it does as well. And increased energy at a cellular level, which is going to help increase your energy overall. Okay, so here's a Vanderbilt University study showed that static magnets and neodymium magnets are considered a static magnet. They showed the static magnet device against knee pain with arthritis. They concluded there were 67% reduction in pain with patients using these magnets. Just a nice little magnet with no side effects, decreasing people by 2/3 of pain. Okay, so there's double-blind study shows that magnets improve patients with frozen shoulder because it's increasing blood flow. Frozen shoulder is a tough thing to get over. I've treated it for many years because it's more of the ligaments, and the ligaments they don't have as much blood flow. So these magnets helping with blood flow to the ligaments are helping to heal frozen shoulders. Another really good thing. Okay, another randomized controlled study showed marked improvement in chronic low back pain sufferers with magnet therapy. Okay, so those are just some of the things. And again, there's more studies here that why I'm citing this. And some research, World Health Organization classified in 2011 that EMFs are a possible carcinogen. And we know that it is more than a possible, and it's probably should be a class 2A, because there's research now showing that it's breaking the DNA, and that changes the definition, but they're not there yet. So there's links to radiation and brain tumors. Actually, matter of fact, brain tumors are the leading cause of cancer-related deaths in children up to age 14. Okay, children absorb up to 10 times the radiation in their bone marrow and their brains that adults do. It's very important that you get your children and your grandchildren wearing this, doing something, keeping them away from their phones and away from their routers all the time. If they're on a computer, be putting something like our jewelry on them, because their bones have not formed and they are absorbing more than adults do. Okay, and the average cell phone user in 2018 used their cell phones more than 5 hours a day. That's a lot, okay, a lot around the brain. And 90% of cell phones exceed the radiation limits that were set, and they exceed them by 10 times. And those FCC radiation limits were set in 1996. That was before we even had Wi-Fi. Okay, so they are way outdated, and they are exceeding that by extreme amounts. Okay, so I can't stress enough, you are living in a sea of EMFs. So, ooh, roll back the curtain. Welcome to Magnitude Jewelry. a new concept in jewelry. So I want to show you the jewelry for a minute because it was very important. I want you to wear this jewelry, but if I want you to wear it, it has to be pretty so that you will. Okay. And we wanted to make it interchangeable so that you can match all your outfits all the time. So now we have beautiful, affordable, interchangeable jewelry that you can wear, and it is beautiful. Okay. So that is some of what our jewelry, you can make thousands of combinations. There's just a lot there. So designed with your health in mind, these are some of what our bases and our jewelry look like. Okay, so I'm going to show that in a minute too, but I just wanted to share with you what it looks like. Now let's get back to the science. So Magnetude Jewelry uses the strongest biomagnets available to help protect your electrical health. Okay, we use, and I have these made, they're N52 neodymium magnets. They are the strongest magnets on the planet. They are 4,000 Gauss. And when I do research, and these research have all these phenomenal results of getting rid of pain and all the things that they do, the average magnet that they use is 500 Gauss to maybe 1,800 Gauss. These are 4,000. They're very, very powerful, and we gold plate them. There's no nickel on them. So, and there's no nickel. All of our pieces are stainless steel. There's no base metals in any of our products. So that's what you're looking at when you look at these magnets. So if you look here, we have two size magnets. This is the Megatude magnet, and this is the Tinytude magnet. Two size magnets. They are both 4,000 Gauss. People ask, well, what's the difference? The large Megatude magnet, it's just 4,000 Gauss, but it affects a larger field of energy than the smaller magnet. The smaller magnet affects a smaller field. The larger magnet affects a larger field. That's the differences. They both are 4,000. So if someone's having a lot of health issues, I will gently nudge them to the bases that have multiple pieces, multiple magnets in them. Because when you have a magnet, one adds to the next. You can't overdo it. I personally wear 20,000 Gauss most of the time. I have a bracelet on. I never am on my computer without my earrings, and I have a necklace on, and that's about 20,000 Gauss. And all of the research shows you can wear up to 80,000 Gauss and there's no negative side effects. That's what an MRI unit is. But at 20,000, very safe, very good, and very good for you. Okay, improving blood flow, decreasing pain, back and neck and knee and arthritis. Okay, improved quality of sleep we've talked about, improved strength and vitality at a cellular level because those cells are making everything in your body. So if they're stronger, your whole body will be. Increasing your cell voltage and the metabolism for increased healing and counteracting the harmful effects of EMFs, and 5G, which is a very, very strong. 5G is about 20 times stronger than 4G. There are countries that are not allowing it, but unfortunately, in the United States, we are. There are, great things. You can have 3D, you can have driverless cars. However, it's affecting our planet and it is affecting you. Okay, so like I said, we've got satellites pointing at Earth. So even if you never pick up a phone again in your life, you're going to be having effects from the electromagnetic fields. So the other things on our jewelry, if you look, this is the back. These are our bases. On the back of all of our pieces, you'll see these little energy balls. The red is infrared, which it helps increase blood flow. So it works in synergistic relationship with the magnets. The black is germanium. Germanium helps with anti-inflammatory properties. And the negative ion helps with boosting serotonin, our happy hormone. So those are also working synergistically with our jewelry. So you've got all of this going on the back side. So this is how you would create our jewelry. You would pick a base, and we have two size magnets, right? So there's a Tinytude, there's the Megatude. And today you decided it's a teal day. So you have your teal druzy and a beautiful solar quartz. You put those on, they very quickly go on. I can show you in a second. And boom, there you have your piece for the day. Tomorrow is a purple day. You want dichroics, you can put a Tinytude dichroic and a Tinytude Megatude, and there you go. So very, very simple to have and to make these creations for yourself. Lots of different bases. This is just some of them. And I'm not going to get into this part of it right now, but I just want to show you all the different styles of bases, all stainless steel, very affordable. When you put our bases and our bracelets together, this is what they look like dressed. And then we have a slider line. Again, I'm not going to go into it, but you can put them on bracelets or you can put them on necklaces. They are a little bit different. Those are great for, we have a children's line. The children can't swallow these. They can put, if you have a toddler, this cord right here ties onto it, so these cannot slide off. Toddler cannot swallow these, but you can still help them because unfortunately they probably have an iPad or an iPhone or something that they're holding. Okay, and so that's our children's line. We have a sports line. They have double infrared for increased blood flow, for healing faster from exercise fatigue, or just wearing them in general all the time because it's made out of silicone. It's really comfortable. So that's our Magnasport. Then we have a men's line. Can't forget them. As a matter of fact, we have another base coming out specifically for men in about a month. But they're unisex, because if you put something on them that looks, there's a lava stone, it could be masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. So really unisex depending on who's wearing it and how they're wearing it, what they're putting on it. And then we can't forget our fur babies. These are my babies, because they have the same cell structure we do, and they are being affected by the EMFs just like we are. So I put double infrareds for blood flow for dogs because they age quicker, they get arthritis quicker and hip dysplasias. So these are on them, they just go directly onto the dog's tag, and they are protected with the large Magnetude, just like adults are. And we have lots of testimonials of them being peppier and moving around more, even if they're arthritic.